KY3DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Oh, yeah.
Hi, my name is.
Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with John Radio. This hour is brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every car is right. Now, here's your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Hi, my name is.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I know I had a busy weekend for somebody who can't really move, and it's painful. And I know that the Olympic Games are in full force. Team USA tearing things up. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Dream Team in this year's version of the Dream Team. Draymond Green made some news this week talking about if they played 6 games, this team would win at least 5 of them by at least double digits. They're that much better than the Dream Team. The game has changed. They're just better. Now, I think the global game has changed. Definitely. Look around. You look at France, you look at Canada, you look at all these different teams. They got NBA players all over the roster. Heck, Giannis was an NBA MVP. Jokic for Serbia, NBA 3-time MVP. So the game has gotten better. Yes, Dream Team, the players that they were playing, it just wasn't. Like, the competition globally wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. Look at the competition now. The game has completely grown. It's completely changed. It's different. And again, you got France, we've got Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert. There's NBA talent all over. It's the greatest AAU tournament in the world, the Olympics are. Every 4 years we get this, and it's awesome. But damn, dude, Dre, 5 out of 6 times you think you're going to beat MJ and Larry Bird and Magic and Clyde the Glide Drexler and Charles Barkley and Scottie Pippen and Patrick Ewing, Stockton, David Robinson? I don't know, man. I love me some LeBron. He's a bad man. Kevin Durant. Did you know he scored more points in the Olympics than any other basketball player on planet Earth?
That's right.
Dude's a bad man.
Sure is.
We're gonna discuss this a little bit later. Let me know what you think, though, with the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line, 901-360-8255. That's 901-360-8255. Sissy's Log Cabin, you know this. Life's too short for ordinary jewelry. We gotta have a busy show. We got Jake Crane today. We're going to talk a little college football, a little NFL. I'm curious to get his take on the NFL kickoff, the new rules. He used to be a special teams coach in college. What does he think about this? Is it going to be a bunch? Do you think we're going to have more touchdowns, Dacus, because of the new rules? There was only 4 kickoff returned for a touchdown last season in the entire NFL. Did you know that? 4.
Wow.
That's low. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you Devin Hester ain't walking through that dough. He did walk into the Hall of Fame, though, last Thursday. But I wonder what his take is. And plus, I got to also ask about, Florida. Once the blue blood of the blue bloods, is Billy Napier ever going to get Florida back to where they are? When you look at the depth of the SEC, you look at Georgia, Texas is now coming, Tennessee's getting better. Look at what Lane Kiffin's doing down in Oxford. My goodness. Don't think Hugh Freeze ain't putting some work in and down at Auburn. Is Florida ever going to be at the top of the class the way that Spurrier had them and the way even Urban Meyer had them? I don't know. I've been to Gainesville a lot. I'm going to tell you something. It's not a really exciting town. I would take Oxford every day, all day, over damn Gainesville. And have you ever been to the Swamp? It might be the crappiest stadium outside of Vanderbilt. It is small. It is nothing. There is nothing special about the Swamp. If you've ever seen a game there, you go to Tuscaloosa, you'll be like, damn. Go to Georgia. Go to Tennessee. Go somewhere else. I know Ole Miss, because of the Grove and all the beautiful women, and now the good football, the Square, Ole Miss's stadium is not huge. I'm not saying that it is. But the Swamp is small. The Swamp don't have nearly as many hot women, and there ain't nothing to do down there in Gainesville. So how's Napier going to get this bad boy back? I don't know, but I bet my buddy Jake Crane knows. Hopefully you check out his show. I swear it's the best deadgum thing coming. Plus, we got to talk a lot of baseball today. I'm going to have to ask even Terry Davis about some baseball stuff. My goodness. Should we be concerned about the Phillies? Their offense has completely gone tank. To tank. Now, did they win yesterday against Seattle? Yes. Zach Wheeler came in there and gave a performance of a lifetime. But, man, they just ain't hitting the baseball right now. We'll talk a little baseball. We're also going to talk a lot of basketball with my buddy Terry Davis, but it is that time. It is time to talk with Jake Crane from Crane & Company, and I've said this many a times. It is the best show going, and if you aren't watching it, do you really like sports or entertainment? By the way, he's also like a movie star, bro. Have you seen Lady Ballers yet? Dacus?
I have.
Dude, what'd you think about that performance?
I thought it was impressive.
Robert De Niro, move your ass over and let Jake Crane in. What's up, Jake?
Yeah, I'm just trying to be the new Batman within the next 3 years. That's all I ask.
The new Batman. I love that. Jake, we got all kinds of stuff gearing up, man. I'm fired up. We actually had football on Thursday. I can feel college football. August is here. NFL's right around the corner. Everybody's excited. But the first thing I got to ask you on this Monday has to do with that kickoff, the very first play that I saw. I like the little yellow box. You can see everybody on the screen. I'm just curious, though, this kickoff, this new kickoff, because you used to coach special teams. Do you think this is going to produce more touchdowns or fewer touchdowns, and do you like it?
Fewer and no. I don't. I feel like we had a problem or so-called problem that we could have just put some Flex Seal on and fixed it, but they just wanted to be bougie and tear it down and rebuild the whole thing. And by rebuilding the whole thing, you screwed it up. Look, we only had 4 kickoff returns for a touchdown in the NFL last year. We may get more than one. I don't think we're going to get more than one. Because if you look at first, you're like, oh, well, they did it to curtail injuries and make the play safer. Okay, you probably made it a little bit safer. But at that point, then you can just change the whole game of football to try and baby-proof it. And where does it stop? But the other thing they said was they wanted more kickoff returns. Okay, that's great. Well, why don't you move the kicker back? Why don't you just move the kicker back and leave everybody else the same? But now with this new return and the new kickoff, I coached it for over a decade, and you can't create levels, right? We used to double-team people at different levels when they were running down to distort the kickoff team and create those levels and layers. And then the second thing is you don't have enough time and or momentum to do any type of a field return. So trying to return the ball to the opposite end of the field is borderline impossible with this. So I don't know. I like the new technology that makes them not have to measure for the first down, but I think we're just doing too much with this kickoff. It's doing too much.
I kind of feel you. At first, I was kind of excited. I was thinking to myself, you know what, man? The NFL, they got to play that, a lot of people, because I used to use the kickoff like this, because Chas always knows when the game's on, don't speak to me, but during the commercial, she wants to talk my ear off. And that's usually the time that I go to get a beer. But I would take time out, and when they do the kickoff, I'm like, oh, nothing's going to happen. That's when I went and got my beer. So it's not like it really bothered me very much. And I'm like, oh, they're trying to change it, make it a little bit better. But then after they rolled it out, I was like, oh, this isn't very exciting.
Why can't we just move the kicker back?
Yeah, I don't
understand. Somebody explain it to me.
And, I think the thing about also the kickoff, do you remember back in the day? I mean, the dudes that were on the kickoff team, they were just a little extra special. They would get fired up. They're freaking out. They get ready on that sprint. There's nothing like running as fast as you can down that field and then laying somebody out. I mean, I hate the fact that they're taking us out.
Texas A&M has a whole story on it.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a great point. Now, one other little NFL nugget I wanted to get to. Did you see where they players ranked the top 100 players, and Tyreek Hill was number 1? Patrick Mahomes was number 4, and he was behind number 2, Lamar Jackson. What do you think about that?
Well, look, it doesn't shock me. For a quarterback to be number one, I mean, they win every other award. I would think when every position player votes, you're probably going to get somebody other than a quarterback. I mean, Tyreek Hill, look, and not many people can do what Patrick Mahomes can do. Not many people can do what a lot of these quarterbacks can do. But I don't know really anybody else that can do what Tyreek Hill can do. He still moves different on a football field to me than just about anybody else. I always like when players and peers vote, you kind of get a decent insight on how the league truly feels. And yeah, look, Lamar Jackson, that shouldn't shock you either. The dude's one of the best runners and actually turned out to be a really good pure passer of the ball. You typically don't see that type of combo in one human being.
The thing is I do understand the combo, but I don't know the difference between Lamar Jackson and Dak Prescott when it comes to not the way they play, nothing of that nature. But Lamar Jackson sucks in the playoffs. He's 2-5. I mean, it's just it is what it is.
Yeah, he's got to. Yeah, it's true. I mean, women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. I wish they would have ran the ball more last year in the second half of that game. I can't believe they abandoned it like that. They abandoned it so bad they went and signed Derrick Henry to make sure they never make that mistake again. But yeah, Lamar's got to be better in the playoffs. I mean, that's where Patrick shines.
Yeah, and that's also where Joe Burrow shines. So I guess for Lamar Jackson to be voted ahead of not just Patrick Mahomes by the player and not and even Joe Burrow, I guess that just kind of makes me a little bit crazy because I'm thinking to myself, Joe Burrow, he wins in the playoffs. He's already been to a Super Bowl. When they didn't make it when he was healthy, it's because they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoff. I mean, it's just he tears it up in the postseason. Lamar doesn't get it done, but this year's version of the Baltimore Ravens should be pretty nasty. All right, I got to change gears, and I got to go to college football, and I got to ask you a weird question. Florida, the Gator Boys, Billy Napier. Every year he says he looks and what can we do different this year? Now they're talking about their meals are different. They got a leadership council, and he's doing all these things to try to help build the program back. I was thinking about it this weekend. I've been down to Gainesville on numerous occasions. I've been in the swamp. The stadium is complete trash. Gainesville for a city actually sucks. It's not entertaining. The days of Spurrier and Urban Meyer, could they be long gone? I mean, name, image, and likeness can help out basically anybody, but it also feels like Florida has financial issues. Do the Gator Boys ever get back to being the Blue Bloods with you got Texas coming in, you got Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss is tearing things up, Tennessee, Auburn, Hugh Freeze is doing things down there. Watch out for them in 5 years. Will Florida ever be back to the glory days that they had?
Well, it's hard for me to think you can keep Florida down for long. Just with the amount of talent they have in that state, with Florida being the state school, the brand that Florida is. And it's funny, we only hear about schools having money problems when the coach is on shaky ground. Well, the reason for that is you don't have all your donors lining up and wanting to give them a full kitchen to operate with if they don't think they're going to be there. So the minute that Florida turns it around, all of a sudden all this money, will just somehow show up and be pumped and reinvigorated into the program. So I don't expect, the money issues or the lack of faith in the current regime to really, destabilize them for the long-term future. But right now, I mean, reality is reality. Billy Napier is on one of the hottest seats in the country. And there's not a lot of stability at Florida, and they're staring down the barrel of what is the really tough schedule. But, I tell our audience on Crane & Company, don't confuse Florida's roster for Mississippi State's roster right now. This isn't a bad Florida football team. I mean, you can make the argument they may have the best D-line in the SEC when it comes down to it. The question is, can they win enough this year, and can they navigate what is truly a horrific schedule, especially on the back end?
Toughest schedule in the country.
Good enough to be able to reinvigorate that faith. I mean, is 7-5 good enough if it's the right 7-5? Well, with that schedule, it's almost hard to get the wrong 7-5. So, look, I wouldn't put a nail in Florida yet. I think they're really intriguing. But the minute that if they do clean house and they bring in a new guy and they, get everybody behind them, they've got enough cachet as a program to be fine.
What's going on with Michigan? Everything, the NCAA looks like they're looking into even Sherrone Moore. What's happening with Big Michigan up there in the Big Ten? Is the NCAA really coming after them?
Man, this is just a never-ending story. It's just.
Did we not do this last year?
Yeah, apparently there's text messages with Sherrone Moore and Connor Stout. Nobody cares. That's not the reason that Michigan won. If you know anything about football, that's not one of the main reasons, or even one of the mid-tier reasons that Michigan was able to win. So look, who knows? Are they just going to suspend Sharon Moore now? Or are we just going to have this revolving door of Michigan head coaches being suspended for a couple games? The problem this year is Michigan doesn't have that cakewalk out of conference schedule.
Dude, they got
you get
Texas
Fresno
in week
State,
number
you get
2.
Texas. I mean, it just, man, this thing seems like it'll never end.
You know, I always look ahead because I love looking at lines because gambling is one of my favorite pastimes. And I already looked at that Texas-Michigan line, and I was kind of surprised Texas is only a 3-point favorite. And I know it could change. This is like, it's August, 5th? The game's not till September 7th. They're putting out those early lines. I always like to look at them and just kind of feel how the odds makers look at, view a team. I mean, Michigan, as much as they lost, it doesn't seem like a lot of people think that they're going to take a big step back.
Well, offensively, they lost a ton. Defense lost some, but they're going to have a top 3 to 5 defense in the country this year. They're really good up front. I mean, it starts at quarterback. I mean, who's going to be the guy? Is it going to be Orji? Is it going to be Tuttle? Is it going to be one of the young guys? We still don't know that yet. We do
I just
know
pray
that
it's
Michigan's
Orji. I just want to hear somebody say
sure.
Orji every day while they're calling football games.
That juice will get squeezed dry, believe me, within the first 3 weeks if it is Orji. But no, I mean, they're going to be a downhill, run-the-ball, play-action team. It's going to go through Donovan Edwards, work off play action to get the ball to the tight end, then take your shots out wide with some of the weapons that they have. But I think this is going to be an even smushier version of, in a good way, of the Michigan team we saw last year. That's why it's going to be hard for me not to take the under in every game that Michigan plays, including Texas.
I was watching your show last week, and I cannot remember it because I look at the Big Ten and I see, the Big Ten, the top of the class of the Big Ten, they're going to be in the college football playoff. They're really good teams. We'll see what Ryan Day and Ohio State can do. That roster is absolutely loaded. You look over at the Big 12, Utah, you're kind of thinking that Cam Rising and Utah is going to take care of it. Big 12 is just a big question mark. Over in the SEC, and maybe because I'm so close to it, it feels like everybody and their grandmother is going to be great. And you had a guest on, and forgive me for not being able to remember who it was. I got broken ribs. I've been eating edibles for like a month straight, so my brain ain't working.
So you're basically on that. You're basically on the Revenant diet.
Yeah. And I'm just
eating mushrooms and trying to heal.
That's what I'm. It's like the Aaron Rodgers, isn't it?
Yeah, just go out, just be in some cabin, turn the lights off, and just see what the woods gives you.
But when I was watching your show, one of your guests said that he thinks that there could be 7 teams at the SEC with double-digit wins. Is the SEC the deepest conference by far?
I think it is from top to bottom. That's our guy Chris Phillips, buddy of mine. He does a good job over there at SEC Unfiltered. But I think he's one ingredient away from making crystal meth with that prediction. That's a lot. And, the deeper the conference is, the less likely I think you're going to have teams with double-digit wins. I think we're going to have carnage all the way through the Southeastern Conference, which, does that lead to – I don't think a conference is getting more than 4 teams in. I really don't believe that. But if you have 7 teams that win 10 games, it's going to be awfully interesting down the stretch when it comes to at-large playoff seeding time.
When I look at the SEC and if you tell me, hey, just pick 3 teams that are going to be there, everybody is going to grab up Georgia first. You think about Ole Miss because of all the transfers they brought in. And then you kind of look around and who's that third team going to be? And it could be almost anybody. Nico and Tennessee's are, could be on the up and up. And also, don't forget, Missouri is going to be damn good, and their schedule is probably the easiest schedule in the SEC. I mean, they could run right through it. You got, of course, it's just crazy. Alabama's always right there. Who would your top 3 teams? Texas, we didn't even mention them. It is going to be carnage in the SEC. Who's your top 3?
My top 3, I got Georgia 1. I've got Texas 2. I've got Ole Miss 3, Bama 4, Missouri 5.
Ooh, nice. JK. I asked for 3. My man gave me 5. He just gives you so much more.
you always get a little bit of little extra whipped cream on top.
I dig it. Now, you got to tell everybody what's going on with this week with your show, Crane and Company. Again, I think it's the best show going. Hey, I don't know if you people know, but I got a show. This is the show that I don't miss. Make sure you check out Crane and Company. What you got coming down the pipe?
Well, I appreciate it, Johnny Radio. I agree with you 100%. Look, it's football season, people, all right? We're here. We're diving deep on Crane and Company. I'm sure Cone today, former Michigan quarterback, is going to find a way to try and defend him, defend the Michigan saga. We're going to hold his feet to the fire and keep previewing, man. I mean, God, today's what, the 5th? I mean, we got 19 days. 19 days until college football kicks off. Got some preseason action this Thursday. So, yeah, man, come on in. The water's just fine. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, it's Crane and Company. Go live at 2 p.m. Central. Come hang out with us.
Dude, I'll be watching, man. Be blessed, Jake. Take care, my friend.
All right, buddy. See ya.
That is Jake Crane from Crane and Company. Again, this first hour is brought to you by Buster's Butcher. Jake's got a baller show. It's awesome. But the one thing Jake's show can't do, it can't feed you, man. Buster's Butcher Shop can. Oh, Buster's Butcher. Go to bustersbutcher.com to learn a little bit more. Or if you can just stop in and talk to their butchers. It's right behind the liquor store right there at Poplar and Highland, 199 South Highland Street. It's easy to get to. And when you walk in there, you can just tell, oh, man, I'm in a different place. The cheeses, the meats, everything cut to order. Ground. Like when you want the real, like if you want your burger to go to the next level, even getting your ground beef from there because they grind it right there. And it's from all their trimmings from their steak. It is ridiculous. Their sausages, their pork chops. It's just different at Buster's Butcher. See why every cut counts at Buster's Butcher. And don't forget, Buster's now has 2 liquor stores. The Bad Boy at Poplar and Highland and the new one at Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. Back in 2 Shakes with Terry Davis on a Monday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Don't be surprised this week to see other jewelry store owners shopping at Genesis Diamonds. They'll be taking advantage of Genesis' most aggressive offer ever. All GIA diamond engagement rings marked down an extra 20% below Genesis everyday price.
That's right, the vault is open, and we're selling the finest handcrafted diamond rings at rock bottom prices now for a very limited time.
The GIA is the gold standard of diamond diamonds, certified accuracy and documented quality, so you can buy with confidence.
Every Genesis engagement ring is included in this event, right here, up to 20 karat stones.
Ships, girls, and boys, special cuts, ships, and products, prices, prices, and extreme value price on a GIA. Purchase engagement ring. This selection is Genesis Diamonds, GIA Diamond Extend.
Save an extra 20% on this pair of precious diamond rings and offer a limited time. One price only.
Exclusively at Genesis Diamonds. Extends exclusive.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on the shop floor might sound fine, but you can hear gears grinding and a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, clickgranger.com, or just stop by. Granger, once you get it done.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
The best golfers on the PGA Tour are coming to Memphis to kick off the FedEx Cup playoffs at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM will be broadcasting live at TPC Southwind throughout the day, Wednesday through Friday of tournament week, keeping you up to date with the latest tournament news. Our coverage from TPC Southwind and Sports 56 and 98.5 FM is brought to you by Landers Ford in Collierville. Also sponsored by Sissy's Log Cabin, First National Bank, Monty Grisani's, Banyan Tree Realtors, DeSoto Honda, Jim's Place, and South Haven Supply.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Monday to all of y'all. Man, it's a painful Monday for me. My goodness, I am hurting today, because Lord have mercy. Lucky, though, I got Terry Davis to talk a little bit about Olympic sports, the Memphis football team, basketball team, all kinds of stuff. He's my good buddy. Oh, and definitely going to talk a little Draymond Green. Terry Davis. What up, TD?
What is up, my brother?
Not much. What you been up to? Anything good? You have a good weekend?
I had a great weekend.
Did you watch any Olympics?
I watched a lot of Olympics.
Did you see that 100-meter crazy photo finish?
Oh man, I was traveling all weekend. I went somewhere and I walked in right when they was doing it live. Miami. I was walking to a place in Miami.
Dude, you were in Miami this weekend?
I was in Miami this weekend. I was in Brazil this weekend. I was in Houston this weekend.
Man, I love you, Terry.
Yeah, but I was walking in, and I walked in right when they was doing the final, man. That was one of the best 100-meter races I've seen in a long time.
I mean, we're talking about 0.05 seconds or something. Or like
crazy.
Difference between the winner and the gold and the silver. And then just notice how everybody was right there. Everybody
was right there. When you get to that type of race, it's all about technique. And even when I was a younger person, when I was running, they always told you lead with your, you got to know how to lean.
Mm-hmm.
And that little technique of leaning, because the Jamaican led with his head, and everybody else led with their chest, and that makes the biggest difference because that's what they score by.
Dude,
not the first body part.
Nope, it's not the foot. It's not the foot. It's the chest.
Not the foot, not the head, chest.
You know what? That makes me kind of wonder. Like, is that do they do that with the women too?
Everyone. That's universal. It's always been that way from the beginning of time.
Would getting breast implants be cheating?
Hey, it's part of your breast. Most women with those type of breasts, if you ever noticed, women with larger breasts don't run the short distances or swim.
That's actually kind of true. Like
because it actually slows you down.
Slows you down, yeah.
It's aerodynamic, man. It looks good, but it don't. It's just not. Aerodynamic. It just slows you down.
Sorry.
Truthfully.
That just makes sense. But I was thinking like Sha'Carri Richardson, man, she came so damn close, man. So close. She got the silver medal.
Yeah, that track, man. That race was ran in the rain, and I don't think that did her any favors.
No, she had a horrible jump.
Always have a bad start, and starting in the rain didn't help any. I think it was a drier track. I think she'd be Olympic gold. And she lost millions and millions and millions of dollars by not finishing gold.
Yeah, that's actually damn sad. I don't care what anybody says. When they make the Sha'Carri Richardson strain of weed, I'm smoking it. I'm smoking it. I don't care if she just got a silver medal. I think they definitely need to do that, man. Need to get Mike Tyson on that. One other thing, because we're, speaking of the Olympics, have you heard about the Luna Alonso? Luna Alonso, have you heard about her?
What sport?
She's a swimmer. I don't even know what she does, to be honest with you. I know she was a swimmer, and she's from Paraguay. Paraguay or something. Maybe.
Yeah, Paraguay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
going to say, hold on, is that right? Yeah. And she's so beautiful. Like, she's the most beautiful person at the Olympics, maybe on planet Earth right now. And that her
There's so
team.
many beautiful. It's so many beautiful people in the Olympics, man. Because this makeup and all these deals they do, man. It's just not back in when they was back in the early days when they just showed up and just looked horrible, man. It's just so many good-looking people, men and women, on both sides. It just really is, man.
Well, this girl, though, is so pretty amongst a bunch of pretty people that her coach
Mhm.
asked her to leave the Olympic Village because she was causing too much of a fuss. Like, she couldn't let the other athletes couldn't focus because she was so hot.
That means they're mostly the guys who are not competing for the world in.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, now I got to talk to you about Draymond Green's comments. Did you see where he said that if the Dream Team played this team, that they would win 5 out of 6 by double digits?
Which team will win 5 out of 6 by double digits?
This year's team, the 2024 Olympic team, with, of course, Steph Curry
First
and
of
LeBron
all-
James. And
First of all, you listening to what Draymond Green got to say. That's your first mistake.
well,
And
I
second
love
of
these
all-
kind of arguments.
And second of all, only way you can play these type of games is on a video game because you have to take them from one age to, you got to play them the prime against prime at their time. And the rules are totally different because that U.S. team was really, really good. The first Dream Team was really, really good.
Yeah, like everybody and their grandmother's in the hall.
Right, and everyone and their grandmother on this team is not going to the hall.
Like Derek White ain't going.
And he ain't gonna be walking through that door. Yes, he
Tyrese
will.
Halliburton, I don't think going either.
Yeah, he gonna be going watch somebody else get inducted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think the time is always the enemy of us. Like when we look at the logo Jerry West, because a lot of people hadn't seen him play, they don't know how good he really was.
Mm-hmm.
But Jerry West was really good. Like Pistol Pete, there's no a lot of videos of Pistol Pete, but Pistol Pete was Kalen Clark on steroids. He was awesome with no 3-point line. Just imagine if he had a 3-point line.
Yeah, the pistol was nasty, wasn't he?
He was nasty. And not only could he shoot, he can embarrass you. He was embarrassing everybody. He was great. So I said that my point is the taste of time, everybody got recency bias, because they saw this last, they think it's best. Just like with Ja Morant. Everybody forget about Ja Morant because they hadn't seen him play in a while. So everybody put him above that. But the fact remains is Ja's going to be one of the top 5 players in the league this year.
Whoa. You said top 5?
Did I stutter?
So he's going to be in the MVP race?
Did I stutter?
No, you did not.
Okay.
I like that.
I love Ja when Ja has something to prove. Ja will go out there and he's a lot like Michael Jordan. He used every little bit of edge as a motivation.
Man, speaking of the Grizzlies, and I did want to go here because I don't think I've talked to you since Luke got his 1-year deal. Do you like the Luke deal? And did you think they gave him?
Luke deal.
Did they not give him a little too much money, or am I crazy?
They under the apron. That's the only thing that matters.
I know, but why'd you got I didn't see a bunch of people tripping
Johnny,
over themselves
is it
to
your
go
money?
give him a No, it's not my money. You're right.
And Johnny, did he not take a pay cut?
Yes.
Okay. See, that's one thing we as fans like to do. We love spending other people's money.
Yes, we do.
But, just like the Dallas Cowboys, they need to pay Dak Prescott all that money. You ain't writing the check. It's easy for us to say, man, get that man. He's making too much money. He every owner that's paying that person money is making quadruple what they're paying that person. So if they can pay him that, they making that. You follow me?
I do follow you.
And even with what Luke got, they're still under the apron. And isn't that the most important thing?
Yes, that is the most important thing, especially to Robert Pera.
Exactly. And even though we don't know the Grizzlies financial, they're not losing money. True?
No, they're not losing money.
And with flexibility because they have all the roster spots flexed up, but if something happens, they need to cut somebody, they still have that $10 million or $12 million exemption. They go pay a veteran player. So wouldn't you want to have that so not going in the apron?
Absolutely.
See, we talking numbers, man. We shouldn't be talking now. We should be talking sports. Should be talking going to see the Tigers practice this afternoon. Which, I hate practices, but I'm gonna go anyway.
How much are they gonna let you actually watch today? How much do you
Man,
think?
they ain't gonna let me
15?
They gonna let me walk out the locker room. They gonna stretch for like 8 minutes, and then they gonna run 2 plays. They gonna say, then you gotta go.
I don't miss those days, Terry, but I do miss being you. I feel like, man, like when Keeping It Real goes wrong. Do you remember that? That from Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah,
dude. I don't know why you always make me think of that.
When Keeping It Real, hey, I have a thing, because I'm a very easygoing person.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when I get out of town, I get a little Wayne Brady.
Oh Lord, have mercy,
the personality just changed a little bit. Dude, Wayne Brady had to slap up.
I love that. That is just the funniest. Like when Wayne Brady. God, I've been talking about Chappelle. Like now, this is like I think 2 episodes in a row. I must need
Maybe
some
3.
Chappelle. I think I'm like I need a little Chappelle in my life. I haven't watched it in a long time.
You just watch any Chappelle or any of those old shows, man. It's just man. It's some stuff we can't talk about on the radio because it's too close. But it's some funny. You know what I'm talking about. It's some funny stuff, man.
Dude, if you haven't seen it, people, go on your Netflix or wherever the hell it is. I'm sure it's on one service and rewatch those suckers or watch them for the first time. You will laugh. You'll be like, I can't believe.
It's very inappropriate. I'll give you that. It's very inappropriate.
Dude, he couldn't do that show today, could he?
He could because he don't care.
He don't care. He really don't care at all. He does not.
Yeah.
Now, I do care about the Memphis football, and you're going to be out there in practice today. And again, when you look on paper, is this possibly, again, this is a hard thing to say, and you don't stutter, so I'm going to ask you, is this possibly the best roster that they've had in the last 2 decades?
Nope.
Not even close?
Nope.
Damn, man. So how are we going to get to the college football playoff then if we ain't even close?
Because the competition ain't as good.
That's a really good point. That's a damn good point.
If we had that 2019 roster playing this schedule and this league right now, 12-0.
12-0 college football.
12-0.
I like
and they
it.
will probably win that first playoff game too. That's how good that team was. That team was really good. The one, with Miller, Pollard, the Cotton Bowl team. That team was really, really good.
Yes, it was very, very, very filthy. Was that was the 2019? Was that Paxton?
No, this is
Brady
Brady White, baby.
Yeah, that's what
Brady
I couldn't
second
remember.
year.
White. Oh, it's White. Yeah, it was White's second year.
Right, it's White's second year, and that's when he came into his own. And then you had 87. He caught the ball. Then you had Sean Dice. You had the running backs. You had the receivers. You had Antonio Gibson. Man, that squad was loaded.
Though, but I'm hearing so many good things out of from people who are around the program
But
about this offensive
this team is
line.
really good. This team is going to be really good. The offensive line going to be the best offensive line they had in a long time.
That's what I keep hearing. They got more depth and they got the best offensive line they've had in so long. It's not funny.
And then the receivers, they're not as good as the 2019 receivers, but they're really good because they have a really good quarterback out there. And as long as they keep him open and protected in the pocket, he don't have happy feet. And he has really grown into a nice, mature college quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be a pro prospect, but he's a really good college prospect for Memphis. And he's going to make a lot of people happy.
Man,
he's going to make a lot of people cry in America this year.
They got like a Calvin Austin out there, man, like that 2019, like Brady White had to throw to.
No, but Rock is not bad. Rock is pretty good. And with Anderson being there, the running back from South Carolina, between Rock and Anderson and Seth, they're going to be really dynamic on offense. Now, one thing I'm really concerned about, and you'll never get a straight answer out of the Memphis coaching staff, is in order for them to be special, their special team has to be special because Memphis special team, we always had a field goal kicker we can rely on. And we always had a kick returner and a punt returner that could score. And that's one thing I think is missing from this team. I don't know about a consistent field goal kicker or a specialist on special teams.
So they don't have a,
I don't know if they have it.
Gotti's coming out there.
Right. Because last year we had a serviceable kicker, but he's not there anymore. And we got a new kicker this year. So we get, if we had somebody out there that once we cross the 50, we scoring points. Because in the heyday back in the day for like a 20-year run, we always had somebody over there. Once we cross the 50, we scoring at least 3 points.
Shoot, they need a Riley Patterson, man, from that 2019 team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anybody. Or a Jake Elliott, anybody, man. Because that's what makes Memphis special. Because, when you're not a Power 5 like that, you got to do the little things. And the little things is what made Memphis great back in those days, 18, 19, or when they made those championship runs.
19 days till we get to see Florida State play Georgia Tech. By the way, did you know they're playing in Dublin, Ireland?
Dublin, are you going?
Hell no, bro. That's a long
Why
flight.
not? Look at your people, man. Look at your people.
I got broken ribs, a
They
tendon.
got drugs for that.
Well, I mean, if they would give them to me, I would go willingly.
Well, you got to go to the right doctor, my brother, if you know what I mean.
Man, where's Dr. Nick when you need him?
A lot of people not going to get that.
if you know who Elvis is, or that was Elvis's doctor. By the way. But Florida State plays Georgia Tech, and Memphis plays Florida State. And I'm excited. Mike Norvell, former Memphis coach, is coaching down there at Florida State. We're getting 19 days till we get to see this bad boy. I'm already, Florida State's a 14-point favorite over Georgia Tech already because I've already looked at that bad boy, or 13.5. It was something that were 13.5, 14 points. Memphis, do they have a chance against Florida State?
I don't know. Ask me that question after I see Florida State, because Florida State, they got a new quarterback, and I got to see how he. And I got to see how he performs under that. How long it takes him to learn Norvell's system. Because Norvell's system is not an easy system. Because it took Brady White a half a year to learn his system before he started
Brady White's
clicking.
smart, man.
Yeah, but I don't care how smart you are, you still got to be able to, get that system right, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're going to catch him game 2 of that system. And I know he's good, but I don't think, but he's got to, still walk the walk.
Got to walk that walk because September 14th, brother, it is Memphis. It is Florida State. It's 11 a.m. and it's on ESPN. I can't wait for that bad boy. Now I got to talk to you about your football team, and that would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bro, we got a quarterback controversy brewing up in Pittsburgh, man. Can Arthur Smith get the best out of Justin Fields, or is it going to be Russell Wilson?
One thing about Pittsburgh, the best player is going to play, and we don't do controversy up there. What they do is go out there and the best players play. If you're not the best player, you're going to sit. Bottom line. And everyone knows, and that's why people go up there and do so well, because they know it's a fair system. And you're not just going to play just because you make more money than somebody else. If you're the better player, you're going to play.
It's just so difficult when I'm looking at this Pittsburgh Steelers team, and you look at they are in the AFC North with Baltimore, who has Lamar Jackson. Now they got Derrick Henry. You got Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty, Joe Cool. You got Cleveland that's got Deshaun Watson and the nastiest damn defense. And at Pittsburgh, you don't really know what you got, because the last version of Russell Wilson we saw was a terrible version. And Justin Fields couldn't get it done in Chicago, and they moved off of him. But again, Arthur Smith, what we saw in Atlanta was not very good. You bring in 3 new pieces that all have a bad taste in their mouth. Can this thing be explosive, and can they compete in the AFC North?
As bad as you're talking about Arthur Smith and the unknown of 2 quarterbacks, they're still better than the quarterbacks they had last year.
I agree unequivocally.
And that team last year went to the playoffs.
And
they're better this year.
Good point.
This year.
That's a good point.
They're better this year. The defense is better. They have more weapons on offense. They've added a running back. And they're just Pittsburgh, and they have a better quarterback. So they're in a better situation. Even with the controversy, they're in a better situation now than they were this time last year.
Man, I look at the AFC in general, like the AFC
Man,
as a whole.
Peace.
good God, it's a beast.
It's a beast, man. The AFC is beast.
It's like trying to pick out the teams that are actually going to make the playoffs is hard because you're expecting more out of the Chargers because they brought in Jim Harbaugh. He's gotten a bunch of. I mean, he's going to hopefully revitalize it. You got Justin Herbert over there. They got weapons. They got defensive players that can come off the edge and absolutely cause havoc. You know, Kansas City Chiefs are still there. The Texans with C.J. Stroud. I could talk all damn day about how the AFC's just got like 8 teams with a legitimate shot.
Exactly, a legitimate shot to go not make a playoff, to make a run for the Super Bowl. It is crazy. And then you look over in the NFC is, you know, you have maybe 3, maybe 4 teams that you know going to be there, and another 3 or 4 that hope to get there.
Damn, it's just wild. It is.
It's just wild.
It is
and
wild.
of course, the Cowboy fans, they always think they're going to be there.
Yeah, they do. They always, hey, but you know, I actually think Cowboy fans this year, this is going to sound crazy, but I think they've kind of tempered expectations because nobody's even showing up to their, where the hell do they practice? I just talked about it. They go out to California somewhere like.
Yeah.
Oxnard, thank you. They go out to Oxnard, and everybody and their grandmother, all the Cowboy fans on the West Coast show up to practice. There ain't nobody there, bro. Did I lose Terry?
No, you did not lose Terry. I agree with you.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
I don't know. But put it this way. You know what? If I'm a Cowboy fan, what you've been doing for the last 20 years ain't worked, saying we're going to win it this year. If I was a Cowboy fan, I said, we're not even going to make the playoffs. So that could be like reverse psychology. You know, they should try some of that.
Now I got to let you go because I've run out of time, but I got to ask you, what did you do down in Brazil?
You know what? I didn't do as much as I wanted to do, but I did what I needed to.
We'll leave it at that. He is Terry Davis. Follow him at Terry D515. Listen to him every Monday. Read his stuff at the New Tri-State Defender. And Terry, be blessed. You got any more excursions you're going to? Or is it just practice?
Oh man, it's practice. It's football for the next 3 months, and then back to basketball. Back to the grind, baby. Back to the grind.
Not going to be going to Brazil for a while now, are you?
Nah, not until May.
Man, be
but
blessed.
Hawaii in November. Hey, Tiger.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You little dog, you.
Yep.
It's a tough life, brother.
I know it's a tough life, but somebody got to do it.
That's right, man. You be blessed, TD.
You be good.
I ain't going to be good. Y'all know that. We're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to be back in 2 shakes. Don't you dare touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Take your basketball shooting and passing skills to new levels at Shoot 360 Memphis. Shoot 360 is a revolutionary basketball training facility that combines cutting-edge science and technology and provides instant objective feedback with actual hands-on, one-on-one expert coaching that will help make you the best basketball player on any court. You've heard about Shoot 360 in Collierville. Well, coming this July, Shoot 360 will have another bigger location in Cordova. Shoot 360 in Collierville and soon in Cordova will transition from 3- and 6-month memberships to a monthly membership model. And yes, you can become a member at both locations. Whether you're an aspiring young talent or NBA player, all skill levels use the Shoot 360 basketball program to learn proper shooting techniques, improve their fundamentals, and gain a competitive edge. Shoot 360 Memphis. Call them today at 901-316-5500. That's 316-5500. Or visit them at 85 Market Center Drive in Collierville. And coming in July to Cordova. The future of basketball training is here. Shoot 360 Memphis.
The light is fading, your hands are sore, and the last tool's been put away. Now's the time to feel the satisfaction that comes with a job well done. But when you get your tools from Harbor Freight, something about the job feels a little different. Your wallet. Because we believe that everyone deserves hard-working tools at hard-working prices. And that's what we have here. So, whatever you do it for us at Harbor Freight.
The best golfers in the world are coming to Memphis for the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM will be broadcasting live at TPC Southwind throughout the day, Wednesday through Friday of tournament week, keeping you up to date with the latest tournament news and talking with the players and officials. Our coverage of TPC Southwind on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM is brought to you by Landers Ford in Collierville. Also sponsored by Town Village Auto and Park, Wilson's Power Wash, Rain Incorporated, North Mississippi John Deere Dealer, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee in Jason's Deli.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy you happiness, but money did help you buy an RV, which means an excuse from working Saturday with your insufferable coworker, Dave. So money is helping you listen to birds chirp instead of Dave chirping about how his toddler is fluent in 3 languages. And it's also why you'll be smelling pine trees in the air, not Dave's tuna melt reheating in a microwave. So save money by bundling your RV or boat insurance with home or auto from Progressive and buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Welcome to the Rendezvous.
This is John Vergas. When my dad started the Rendezvous in 1948, I don't think anyone could have imagined we'd still be serving shoulder, cheese plates, and our world-famous dry rub ribs 75 years later. But we are still here in the basement, in an alley in downtown Memphis. We sincerely thank you for making the Rendezvous what it is today. Charlie Vergas Rendezvous. A legendary experience for over 75 years, whether you dine in, pick up, or ship across the country.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Monday, people. It is August. That means we got football coming down the pipe. 19 days from kicking things off in Dublin. Nothing like kicking things off in Dublin, man. Dude, like, if you were in Ireland and you knew that a college football game was coming to play, does that excite you? I mean, I guess it's just a reason to go get drunk and scream.
Yeah, I guess so. And those
like
folks
to drink
over
and
there,
scream.
yeah, that's like their 2 favorite things. So they might get a little confused though. Football and football, they call football.
Oh yeah, that's right. They call football soccer.
No, they call soccer football.
They call soccer
Bingo.
football.
Yeah, so they might
Does
get
the
a
whole
little
world call
Outside of
soccer
us, yeah.
football but us?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
But soccer was before football, wasn't it? So did football steal football's name?
John, it's a good question. I don't know.
Like when football came out, they were like, "Yo, they call soccer football, so we'll just be the football team in the United States.
We'll just spell it differently."
Football, football, football. Speaking of football, 49ers, man, they've been that consistent team that's always right there on the precipice, just have not been able to get it done. Like Kyle Shanahan with the Atlanta Falcons offensive coordinator was right there, was killing Tom Brady at halftime. There's no way they're going to lose. Last year, they're right there, and they don't get there. A couple years ago, they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. They were right there. The year before that, remember, they were in the NFC Championship game to go to the playoffs, and Brock Purdy tears his damn elbow up, and then they get smoked because they were playing Christian McCaffrey at quarterback. Like, they've been right there. Now it's time to pay these people. Like, Brandon Ayuk has been not happy with his contract. And it's not like, a lot of people are saying, well, why don't you just trade him? Get something for him if he's unhappy. Well, he has, he can say which team he wants to go to and which team he doesn't. Like, if he doesn't want to go to this team, he can say no. It's not as easy as it is. But I wouldn't be worried about that. I'd be worried about locking up and making Trent Williams happy. Like, he's so much more valuable to the 49ers than, and again, Brandon Ayuk is a phenomenal wide receiver.
Absolutely.
One of the best route runners in the country. Do you want to know something crazy? Do you know Brandon Ayuk played with Arizona State with Jaden Daniels, and he's the one who, Jaden Daniels and Brandon Ayuk, that was the game that put them on the map. Did you know they upset the Oregon Ducks, what was that, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
My man's been in the NFL for 4 years.
Yeah, and his quarterback
and
just
Jaden Daniels is getting ready to make his first start in Washington. Isn't that wild?
That's insane.
Damn, it's wild.
Welcome to the COVID era.
But I will say, I don't even know what I was talking about because I just went down memory lane. Oh yes, San Francisco. Thank you. I was like, how did I get on Jaden Daniels and Brandon? What I mean is Brandon Ayuk is great, but Trent Williams, you saw when he didn't play last year. Did you know that y'all didn't win? Mm-hmm. Do you remember that little stretch?
Mm-hmm.
He's the best left tackle in the game. And not only do I think that, but so do all of his players, because I talked about the voting, the top 100 players. It was done by players and coaches.
Yeah.
Number 7 overall was Trent Williams. He was the highest ranked offensive lineman. The dude is aging like fine freaking wine. Get that man in there, pay him, make him happy. But my question is for 49ers fans out there, is that window closing fast or what? Because you have Brock Purdy who's not getting paid. You're going to have to pay Trent Williams. You're already having troubles with Brandon Ayuk. Christian McCaffrey's making a bag. Deebo Samuels. Like, George Kittle. They gotta, you know, with the old saying, poop or get off the pot. Is this the time for them to poop or to get off?
It's a good question.
It's a good question. Well, we'll have to wait and watch a whole lot of football this year. We're going to take a quick timeout. I did want to remind you, Buster's Liquor Store and Buster's Butcher. Check them out. It'll make your Monday better. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Guns, and more guns. Over 700 firearms in stock. Home defense guns, old guns, new guns, used guns, big guns, little guns. Every gun you can think of, Classic Arms has them. All brands like Glock, Sig, Colt, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Beretta, Benelli, Remington, Winchester, and more. Guaranteed lowest prices in town. Only gun importer in the Mid-South. Free gun inspections and appraisals and free bore sighting for the upcoming deer season. Shop online at ClassicArmsOfMemphis.com or visit Classic Arms at 1740 Germantown Parkway behind Quicky's Barbecue in Cordova.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled, and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel. Not like the driver to the right who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise on the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Don't be surprised this week to see other jewelry store owners shopping at Genesis Diamonds. They'll be taking advantage of Genesis' most aggressive offer ever. All GIA diamond engagement rings marked down an extra 20% below Genesis everyday price.
That's right, the vault is open, and we're selling the finest handcrafted diamond rings at rock bottom prices. Now for a very limited time.
The GIA is the gold standard of diamond certified accuracy and documented quality, so you can buy with confidence.
Every Genesis engagement ring is included in this event from 8 karat up to 20 karat stones.
Ships, girls, gold, diamonds, special cuts, shares, and price, prices, prices, value price on a GIA. Purchase engagement ring. Selection is Genesis Diamonds, GIA Diamond Extended.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
That was one of those things, when things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Monday, everybody. Man, you know, the Olympics are on, everybody. I hope you've been paying a little bit of attention. Do you know if you ever wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning?
The Olympics are on.
Yeah, the Olympics are on.
But only for the rest of this week.
And you can gamble on everything.
That's right.
I didn't realize that you could gamble on so many things. I actually gambled on a, oh my God, what is it? It's called a cock, and you hit it with
badminton.
Badminton.
There you go.
Yep.
Risky business.
Well, I mean, 4 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep. What else are you gonna do?
Huh?
You know. But dude, that badminton game was some fierce stuff, bro.
I believe it.
In fact, we had China on China crime.
I saw that when I was looking at what we had on tap today. I saw they were going for like gold or something like that.
Against each other. So it was like, man, in China, they don't play no game, man. They don't play no games, man, with that badminton stuff.
That's not good because I think China is our biggest competitor in terms of medals. So that means they got both
they're definitely
a gold and a silver.
Yes, they're definitely going to do that.
Let's see what the medal count looks like right now. Ooh. Okay, so we have a massive lead in terms of just overall medals. 75. China's the next closest with 52. So we're going to take home the most medals.
USA.
But in terms of gold medals, the People's Republic of China has 21 gold. The United States of America only has 19 right now.
Dude, we got to get going because you know what I always like? I live by this motto. Ricky Bobby told me, if you ain't first, you last.
Yeah, that's right. But let's see. You know they're going to win, knock on wood, men's basketball gold. I feel pretty confident they're going to win women's basketball
after
gold.
Draymond Green's comment, and I'm not really wishing this, but I almost wanted this team to lose.
That's terrible, John.
Don't be talking about MJ. Don't be talking about that dream team. Don't mess with the 90s, bro.
Right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Or the 80s.
That's right.
The good old days.
The good old days.
Man. But, yeah, that was your little Olympic update.
That's right.
And one other thing I want to tell you. Trey Lyles. The fact that he won.
Noah
Lyles. Damn it. Why did I. Trey? Who's Trey? He's a basketball player or something?
Yeah, he's a basketball player.
Damn, dude.
He plays for the Kings.
That's right. Damn,
played at Kentucky.
My brain ain't working. Pain is mean to your brain. So is probably the edibles. Not probably helping out.
Noah Lyles, though, is who you were wanting to talk about.
He, remember him and the NBA weren't really friends for a while.
Right, because he was mad that the NBA
they called themselves world champions.
Exactly, and he said, there's nothing world about it. I'm out here racing against other countries.
Yeah, he said you can call yourself the North American champs.
That's right.
The fact that he went out there and won he's the 200-meter champion, and now he won the 100-meter. He's known as the fastest man on the planet.
That's right. I like Noah Lyles.
Like, that is some street cred right there. Yo, what up, bro? Oh, you think you fast? I'm the fastest man on the planet, man.
Right. Except what happened to Usain Bolt? Is he like...
It's called old.
Huh. I think as long as Usain Bolt's alive, he's the fastest man on earth. Like, Noah Lyles, congratulations. Glad you got gold. Usain Bolt's a different category, buddy.
Yeah, okay. I agree. But that would be like saying the best hitter in baseball is always going to be Barry Bonds.
Until Barry Bonds is no longer with us, he's the GOAT. I mean, he's the best. What can I say?
He is the GOAT. Dude, Bolt's 37 years old.
Wow. Life comes at you fast.
Do you want to know something crazy?
I bet he could still smoke some of these people in the Olympics.
You know how how a lot of these Olympic athletes aren't making bank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You won't believe this. I saw this the other day. Do you know Bolt made $90 million?
Holy cow. I believe that, yeah.
Dude, everybody wanted a piece of him.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the fastest man alive and people want you to be sponsors and stuff like that for different things.
Does Noah Lyles is he about to just cash in like it's going out of style? Because they talked about Sha'Carri Richardson and the fact that she didn't win gold. There was a lot of, talk over the weekend about how this is going to cost her millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question because the thing about Usain Bolt is he was the face of an entire country. And so I feel like, I'm sure I know he was getting a lot of stuff here in the States, but I'm sure he was also getting a ton of stuff sponsorship-wise in his country. So I don't know. It's a good question. But Noah Lyles, yes, is going to make a ton of money from this. I was about to say something else about money. Oh, I heard this over the weekend watching the Olympics. The women's water polo team.
The one that Flava Flav.
Bingo. So obviously
sponsors. By the way, they're on TV right now.
I actually think that might be the men's water, but it is USA. You're right about that. This is the last pool game they're playing. Or group game they're playing. I shouldn't say pool because they're in a pool. That can confuse you. But like I was saying, one of the women's water polo players. Because what are you doing women's water polo when you're not at the Olympics? It's not like we have a professional water polo league here in the States.
It's a great question.
So one of the players was not making she couldn't pay rent or something like that one time and whatever. Flava Flav was just like, here you go. Here's rent for this month, next month, and the month after that.
For real?
Yeah, and was just like he takes care of these girls. I know everyone's it's fun, Flava Flav's there, but he actually is taking care and cares about this team. It's awesome.
Dude, do you think he takes them to Red Lobster?
You know
and
what?
They get the Flava Flav special.
Does he have a special at
Yeah,
Red
it's called.
Lobster?
Yeah, if you go up there and it's not on the menu, but you ask your server, I want the Flava Flav.
Then maybe he does. He's gonna keep Red Lobster in business because a bunch of Red Lobsters are closing, just like Hooters, John.
Yeah, you're the generation that let Hooters die.
Also, how about Scotty Scheffler, Captain America?
What did he do?
He won gold.
In what, golf?
No, John, swimming.
Well,
What kind of question is that?
Oh yeah, they do have Olympic golf now.
They do.
You know what? I just have this weird thing. I don't really. Now that Tiger Woods is not playing golf, I don't even pay attention.
That's
and it's
right.
so crazy. Tiger had such a crazy effect. And then the other thing is they got the LIV and they got the PGA.
That's right.
And the players are split. And now I'm like, dude, we got two minor league systems now?
I
want one damn golf, and I want the best of the best playing. That's what we get here, though, thank goodness, at FedEx St. Jude.
That's right, and that's only a couple weeks away, which is exciting.
Because it's the best of the best for $10 million or something?
That's right, yeah, no, and it's the playoffs, John.
Yeah, it's the playoffs.
I was telling Zach, because I'll be honest, with these events, golf started at 2 a.m. every morning the last 4 days. I'm not watching any golf. I do not wake up early enough to
Hold on, did you say they
watch
started
golf.
at what time?
2 a.m. Well, because that's
Where are
6
they?
a.m. They're in France.
For
the Olympics. Stay with me, John.
Oh, yeah. I'm back.
And so by the time I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, especially on the weekends,
how am I
they're pretty
watching-
much done. So I was telling Zach, because Zach was watching a replay earlier, and here I haven't watched any of the golf, and they're all wearing logos from their country, not the flag or anything, just logos of their country. I was like, Zach, they look like live golfers out there because with the logos on it. But Scotty Scheffler shot a 62 yesterday, 9 under in the final round to come back and win it for the United States. He started crying when he got his medal and they started playing the national anthem. It was a beautiful
I love
scene,
that.
John. It was great.
Dude, I love that. I do. And by the way, I got to say, I like Scotty Scheffler because he's the dude who got arrested, right?
That's right. Yeah, everyone was posting that. Everyone was like, from felon, convict to Olympic gold medalist.
And that's so sad that I would not probably know who Scotty Scheffler was if he didn't get arrested.
It definitely helped his street cred.
I got to say, it did,
Because everyone said he was boring before.
Yeah, now you're like, bro, man.
Nah, he's still boring. I mean, I love Scotty Scheffler, but
he's just a really nice guy.
He's a great guy.
I feel like we used to have more characters back in the day.
Right.
The shark was a character.
Uh-huh.
Jack.
Yeah.
The golden bear.
That's right.
And nobody liked
John
him at first because
Daly,
they couldn't, because
right.
he was taking Arnie's spot.
That's right.
I mean, Arnie's so popular, they made a drink after him.
That's right.
Do you know what a Arnold Palmer is?
Oh, absolutely. I used to get them at Southland all the time.
Tell the people tell them what it is. What is an Arnold Palmer?
It's sweet tea and lemonade.
Do you know what
it mixed?
Do you know what the John Daly is?
Yeah, you put a little liquor in there.
It's sweet tea, lemonade, and some
yeah.
Tito's.
Yep.
When life hands you lemons, just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with the best. That's Tito's handmade vodka. And if you like golf, drink a John Daly. Again, it's an Arnold Palmer with just the best stuff in the world. That's Tito's handmade vodka, which is crafted and distilled in the United States down in Austin, Texas. It's USA vodka. The Olympics are on. If you're drinking some Russian commie vodka, I'm telling you, man, I just feel like maybe you're not American. Get your Tito's on. And do you like dogs? Because I love dogs. It's so sad. And I feel like this is a bad thing. I love my dog so much that I lied to you, Dacus, last week when I said that.
Wow.
Bentley, I like him so much better than you.
Wow.
I mean, I got Bentley up there tied with my brothers. and I love my brothers, but he's right there. You know who else loves dogs? Tito Beverage, the man who made Tito's vodka. He's saved over 600 dogs already. So if you're a dog lover, you better drink Tito's. If you're American, you better drink Tito's. And if you're just bougie and you like the best, well, you're definitely drinking Tito's because it is the best. Got to talk a little bit of baseball. There has been a lot of stuff that's been going on in baseball lately. And you look around and you're saying to yourself, wow, this, that, and the other. Like, did you see my man the other day throw 105 miles an hour? Did you see this?
I did see that, yeah.
Bro.
Former Tennessee Vol.
That's exact. Good job. Good job. He is a Vol. And was it Ben Joyce?
That's right.
Was 104.7 to be exact. That is almost 105 miles an hour. That's crazy. Like, what does it look like? I mean, what does 105 miles an hour look like? I couldn't even imagine. You ever seen 90? It's coming in there pretty quickly, bud.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't want to just mention that. I did want to mention your Cardinals, who have a weird start time today at 4:15. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's a makeup game.
They're playing the Mets. It's a makeup game for May 8th. They got Sean Manaea on the bump for the Mets. I can't even remember who's pitching for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's Andre Palante, John.
Ugh, it's very forgettable. What is up with your Cardinals, bro?
Yeah, they're done. Season's over. I
Like
almost
the
wore my
Cubs?
Cardinals hat today. Couldn't. I mean, season's done.
I mean, dude, seriously, you only got one from the Cubs, and that was on a miracle comeback.
Yeah.
Like, the Cubs spanked your little butt. You were
Yeah.
winning good, and then all of a sudden, that bullpen is terrible.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Like, Cubs, man, like, just worked them.
Yep.
What has happened to Nolan Arenado? He is still, I mean, this is a platinum defensive player. He's still great defensively at third base. This used to be the best hitter. He was the best all-around baseball player for a few years. His bat and his glove, what he did for Colorado was absolutely ridiculous. He was that dude. For St. Louis, it's just painful almost to watch. Like, what happened to Nolan Arenado? I guess Father Time catches up with everybody, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like, damn, man. And, like, Talkman comes in and hits that bomb. These just Steele. They made Steele look like he's the greatest pitcher in the world. Except for they did hit that bomb on it. Who was it? Mason Wynn?
Uh-huh.
Dude, he doesn't ever hit bombs.
And Mason Wynn's like the one bright spot of this team.
That's not a very good bright spot.
Nah.
So-
Well, I mean, he's good. He's a great player. He's gonna be an all-star probably next year. But yeah, he's the only bright spot.
Do you think that the Cardinals can get things together and still make the wild card?
No.
You are a Cardinals fan, and you just basically think there's no chance?
No, I think they're done, John.
Only 3 games
I mean,
back.
I mean, here's the thing. You just got beat down by the Cubs. Cubs are not a good team at all. They're a team that is literally given up on the season. Now you got to play the Mets today in a makeup game. I mean, tell me with a straight face that the Cardinals are going to win this game today. They're not. The Mets are playing good baseball. Then you got to go to Tampa Bay, which like you're sitting there thinking like, oh, that should be an easy game.
They gave the Astros all they wanted and a little more.
Exactly. Like I think Tampa Bay's still going to be competitive, even though they were sellers at the deadline. And then you got to go to Kansas City at the end of the week. Like this could be a horrible 10-day stretch for the Cardinals if you include what happened last week?
Yeah, it could be absolutely it would be terrible. It would be terrible. Now, what's up with the Phillies?
Oh, John, they wanted to walk into Seattle. They thought they could just walk into Seattle. You can't just walk into Seattle, John. Everybody's underestimating this Mariners team because they can't hit the ball. Well, let me tell you something. They're waking up.
They're kind of waking up. I got to say, Victor Robles and Randy Arozarena give him a little.
Victor Robles. I mean, where'd this guy come from? Who is he?
He's
mean,
awesome.
I remember when the Mariners picked him up, and everyone was like, oh, cool. And now he's actually become a big-time player for them.
Yeah, he really has. That Seattle team, though, man, it took a Zach Wheeler heroic effort for the Phillies to get off the schneid. Did you know there are 2 wins out of their last 10 games? That's it?
Yeah, because they got beat down by the Yankees before the Mariners.
Man, Bryce Harper ain't hitting right now. Like nobody for the Phillies is looking really good. And again, it took Zach Wheeler 8 innings, no runs, pitched out of his damn mind. Because do you know who the Phillies have to play tonight?
Oh, I do know this.
It's going to be, I think it's the best matchup. Aaron Nola.
The Dodgers, John.
It is.
Yes.
They're on the West Coast.
Wow.
They just played Seattle. Now they got to go play the Dodgers.
That's crazy.
This is going to be a tough little stretch. It's Nola and it's Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers. Right now, Dodgers minus 135. That's 9-10. It's going to be on the MLB Network, so you can actually watch that bad boy. Philly come back plus 115. How do you not take the Dodgers at only minus 135 when this Phillies team is absolutely terrible? Yes, they got a 6-0 win yesterday from Seattle, but that is just like it was 1-0 until late. You know what I mean? They opened it up at the very end.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like my favorite bet has got to be the Dodgers. I love that game tonight. And then I also have another issue. Like, is this... The damn White Sox have lost 20 games in a row.
John,
okay?
it's my it's the game I'm looking forward to the most tonight is White Sox and Athletics. I can't wait.
I feel like this is the time. If you're gonna win,
I'm waiting to. Chicago hadn't announced their starting pitcher. There's a couple of guys. If they start, we're definitely hopping on the White Sox tonight.
I feel like you're right,
But
man.
I've got to wait and see who they throw out there.
Like right now, the line for the White Sox has come back 165.
Yeah, I mean, and you're playing the Athletics. No offense to the Athletics.
It's so hard to lay 200 with the Athletics, though.
Exactly.
I mean, you got to admit that is not an easy thing to do.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying I think one of these games, it might not be tonight.
Do people realize Brent Rooker? Like, do the Memphians pay attention? Do they realize that he plays for the Athletics?
I hope so. I love watching Brent Rooker play.
Dude is leading the team in home runs. He's leading them in batting average, and he's leading them in RBIs. He's leading them in every single statistic. Corey,
He's literally their only good player.
He's a bad mamma jamma. Shoot. And then the White Sox, though, losing 20 straight games. Like, do you know how much money we could have made if we'd just been betting against the White Sox? But for the last week, I'm scared to bet against them because I'm scared that the day I bet on a team that plays the White Sox is the day that they're going to beat me.
That's right. I've been telling you, John, I haven't done it in a while because I was trying to see what they were going to do around the deadline and whatever. But, the Chicago White Sox, 7 times out of 10, you can bet them first 5. They'll end up covering first 5, and then they'll end up losing the game late. Now, they've played the Twins. It didn't happen against the Twins. But you go before that, and it's still making good money.
It is still making good money. And over in the AFC, by the way, the AFC, holy cow, I got football in the brain. The American League in Baseball.
There you go.
The AFC.
The ALC.
Woo, I'm losing my mind. Over in the AL, the West, you got Seattle and Houston battling it out. And I'm going to, the loser doesn't make the playoffs, do they? Like, if you don't win that division, you're not going to make it. If you look at the Central, what's going on? Kansas City Royals, holy hell. Don't look now, but the Royals are good.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby Witt Jr. is playing out of his mind, not just at home anymore. He's also doing it on the road. Bobby Witt Jr., Gunnar Henderson, who you like better?
Probably Bobby Witt.
A month ago, you're saying Gunnar Henderson, aren't you?
Maybe.
Man, he's on a torrid pace.
They're both good. I mean, there's not a wrong answer, I don't think.
Yeah, there is. One's going to be better than the other. Okay.
Which one?
I don't know.
Huh.
It's very close. Like 1A, 1B. I agree with you. I don't know. I was Gunnar Henderson. Right now, the way Bobby Witt Jr. is playing, I'm leaning towards Bobby Witt Jr. And that speed is ridiculous. Good God, that speed is ridiculous. But anyway, that is just a little taste of a little baseball. Today, again, we have some really good games. In the last segment, I'm going to give you my favorite bet. Again, I feel like the way the Phillies are playing, they're just not playing good baseball. They're just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is. A lot of people, yes, they have the best record in the AL still. Do they still have the best record in the NL?
I believe so, yeah.
I think they do. I just can't remember. I haven't looked at the standings this morning.
I haven't either. I'll pull them up real quick.
But, I mean, the Dodgers, and again, I know there's no Mookie. I know this. And they just got done playing the Athletics, who aren't any good. But, dude, did you see the offensive explosion the other night? 10-0 they beat them. Now, yesterday was a really close game, actually.
They have the best record in baseball.
Dude, Flaherty looked good for the Dodgers, by the way.
He did. The Phillies are 66-45. The Dodgers are 65-47.
Oh, the two teams with the best record in the NL are playing each other.
That's right, playing each other tonight.
And again, I feel like one team's going in the other direction, one team's going in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
Shohei Ohtani is an absolute beast. Did you see that he stole 3 bases the other day?
How about that?
Dude's got 33 bombs, doesn't he?
He does. You're right about that.
And then in a game, he steals 3 bags.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, game on the line. Who do you want batting? Now, I know you could sit there and say, well, is a right-handed pitcher or a left-handed pitcher on the plate? Doesn't matter. Like,
right.
Who you like?
Probably Shohei.
Aaron Judge is on fire, though.
He is. You're right about that.
I mean, Judge has got, 41 home runs?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Aaron Judge, I like Aaron Judge so much. 41 bombs, man. He's got 8 more bombs than Shohei. And Aaron Judge plays a mean outfield.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, also, Aaron Judge has driven in 103 RBI already.
How about that?
Did you know that 25% of his RBIs, 24% to be exact? 24. Who is he knocked in 24% of the time? On all of his RBI.
Juan Soto.
That dude's on base a lot.
He sure is.
Dude, that's knocking somebody in a whole hell of a lot, isn't it?
That sure is.
Man. And then, by the way, Bobby Witt Jr., I don't know if you realize this, he's leading the league. He has 155 hits. That's 20 hits more than anybody else. Do you know what his average is right now?
I do not.
344.
Wow.
Bobby Witt. The other weird thing is I can't believe that Chris Sale might win a damn Cy Young this year. Like, he has got, 13 wins. He's got a sub-3 ERA. Mm-hmm. He's the best pitcher for the Braves, which is crazy. And the hardest thing for me to accept is this is a dude who was so bad with Boston that they were running him out of the town. They're like, get out of here, you bum. And he's 35 years old. Dude, 35 years old is out there just mowing folks down, having one of his best seasons, 13-3, 2.71 ERA, 155 Ks, and his whip is 0.95. Now I got to take a break because I got to come back and talk about some really funny stories and really kind of cringy stories and some disgusting stories and some sexy stories because we're doing some Hardwood on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture the DQ $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Not just a cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae, all full-sized, all for $7. Because everything's better with bacon. Everything's also better with a side of fries, a refreshing drink, and a sundae to finish. Yum. The $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Now for a limited time on the $7 meal deal lineup. DQ. Happy tastes good.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi. I love you. Also, I'm a robot. Or being a dog person and a cat person.
Who wants a treat? Who's a good boy?
Or like being an extrovert and an introvert. At T-Mobile, you don't have to choose. You can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how much you can save with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, we'll pay off your locked AT&T phone up to $650 and you'll get a new 5G phone for free. Pay off your virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Free phone up to $830 fees on phone number bill credits. Qualifying plan included plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling to continue bill credits or they stop and require finance free balances to the restrictions and the app device only. See T-Mobile.com.
Everyone loves home improvement. South Haven Supply and Warehouse 51 makes it easy. A real hardware store run by 3 generations of a real hardware family where you can get it all. Whether it's repairs, remodeling, or new building, kitchens, bathrooms, tiles, tubs, vanities, sinks, mirrors, lighting, furniture, even door hardware. All the latest designs as well as timeless classics. And if outdoor fun is on your mind, they have the Big Green Egg and Accessories. South Haven Supply and Warehouse 51. 8560 Highway 51. Easy home improvement.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights, open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
4.9-liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. I hope you're having a fabulous day. We're about to do a little bit of Hardwood because it just feels so good. Got some interesting stories, some that'll make you probably a little sick to your stomach, some make you kind of stand up and say, whoa. We're going to talk a little about those. But first, I got to tell you about My Automatic Gates. Oh, yeah. MyAutomaticGatesConstruction.com is where you need to go if you want to get the best gate. I'm talking about, like, make your house look beautiful. I used them, a year ago today, I had mine installed. Not today. It was August, like the 1st of August. Today's like the 5th. So a little over a year ago, they came out there. They installed my automatic gate. They go out there, install the bad boy. They build the sucker, like weld it, paint it, do it all right there. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's secure. And it just makes your property look beautiful. Check them out. They take care of everything. Go to myautomaticgatesconstruction.com. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Oh, my. Man, so I know that we men look at a lot of beautiful women and we make a double take. Like I was talking about Luna Alonso. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I had to look her up.
By the way, she's smoking hot, isn't she?
She's a very attractive woman, yes.
Smoke Show. Did you know that she retired and now is making bank?
Wow, really?
Yeah, because I think she's going to do like Cam Soda. No, I'm just kidding. But that's what this story is about. So did you hear about the pole vaulter who lost?
Because of his junk, John.
Yes.
I mean, be proud of it.
He literally lost gold because his package couldn't clear the pole.
That's a good-looking package, John. I mean,
well,
be proud of what you got, I guess. No medal for you, but, you know.
He's got offers now everywhere. Cam Soda has offered him $250,000 just to show his now famous junk. It's a popular website. Fans Only has made him an offer as well. Oh, only fans. Yeah. That's right. We're supposed to create Fans Only.
That's right.
Why do they call it Only Fans? Fans Only's better to me. Like Fans Only.
That's right.
Only Fans.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Just don't have the same. I think my company is going to be a lot better.
I like it.
But yeah, man. So the thing that I guess I came to realize is women are looking at all these dudes' junks. Did you know that?
You said what?
Like, I just didn't know, like, because I said we look at hot women.
Oh, sure.
Did you know that women are checking us out, us ugly things out?
Yeah.
Man, I just really thought that was like, I don't know, man.
Women love baseball because they say the baseball pants, the butt looks good in them.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They barely got any damn clothes on. I can't even watch Olympic men swimming. Just
well, they're in the water,
terrifying.
John. I mean, you really
No, they always show them when they're out of the pool, man, getting ready to do it.
Huh.
But anyway, the pole vaulter, $250K. Is he got right now the most famous package on planet Earth?
Maybe, yeah.
It used to be John Holmes, but he's dead, and you said that once they die, they lose their title.
That's right.
Do you know who John Holmes is?
No. I don't. I don't think I want to know either.
I don't think you do either. I definitely don't think you do. Now, the Olympics has caused quite a controversy. Do you remember last week when we were talking about boxing?
I do.
So, did you see what the Associated Press put out? Like, because, the Associated Press also did some, articles about her being a man.
Right.
Well, now they put all the blame on the boxing world and says that they put out the misinformation. Because remember, she wasn't allowed to fight in in the world championship, like just last year?
Yeah.
Because she had too much testosterone in her body. Well, it comes out she doesn't have just too much testosterone in her body. It's not because, like, you know how we look at LeBron James as like a freak? He's a freak athlete. I mean, dude is almost 40 years old, and look at his body.
Right.
Like, he is an absolute freak. Look at Tyreek Hill, how fast he runs. Like, these dudes are just on different levels. They got, better genetics. It's just the genes, baby. It's all about them genes. But this girl actually is a girl. She's not a dude. And she has something that makes her have more testosterone. Like, if you're going to be an athlete and you're a woman, that's a bonus, bro. So, yeah, I got to do a little bit of sorry.
To me.
To you?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, because I told you, if TMZ reported
That's right.
it's facts,
yeah,
brah.
you shot me down. I tried to say,
Well,
maybe
dude,
maybe not, John.
It was on every single talk show. It was like, dude, everybody and their grandmother was saying that it was a dude.
Right.
It's like, she's a chick, she's a dude. And now I feel so bad because even like on the X, people were like, look at him. You can't tell that's a dude.
No, I definitely feel bad for her.
Anyway, I feel so bad, but you know what? She's a really good boxer.
She's okay. She's gotten better.
I mean, she beat the brakes off that Italian girl in 43 seconds. She went Mike Tyson.
Right.
But yeah, she's actually she's a she.
She is.
But it doesn't
Shocker.
change the fact. It does not change one fact. And do you know what that is?
What's that?
Trans women are what? They're men.
Men, that's right.
That doesn't change that fact.
I get confused.
But she's not a trans.
Right.
She's just a chick.
In her country, it's illegal.
Algeria?
Uh-huh.
Because they'll kill you.
I don't know what they'll do, but it's certainly illegal. So that's when I heard that, I was like, yeah, no.
Illegal.
That's right.
Be careful. Dude, did you see Simone Biles, by the way?
I did. She's going crazy.
She's winning medals left and right, bro. I got to say, this woman is awesome. The things that she does. I watched the vault yesterday. You know what that one is?
Yeah, that's what you were calling the horse last week.
Yeah, I was calling it the horse.
That's right.
I watched the vault. Did you know? So they do these little things, and like they're rated. Like most of the girls, the difficulty was like a 5. She was doing the hardest thing was like a 6.4. Like her vault was so much more difficult than everybody else's, yet she nailed it and still only got the silver. I call BS on the judges. I call straight up BS. But I do, watching those gymnasts.
It's crazy.
I don't know if there's anybody on planet Earth like that absolutely wows me as much as some of them do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no way. How do you land things like that? And how do you flip like that? How do you get on these damn beams and balance like that? Simone Biles, you're a bad mamma jamma. Tom Brady was floored. Did you see him? They kept showing Tom Brady.
Oh, is he there?
Yeah, he was there.
Shout out TB12.
You didn't see Tom Brady take a selfie with the rugby player? What's that girl that's so damn good on the rugby team?
Maher or something like that.
Maher, yeah. What's her first name?
I don't know.
Ilani or something?
Something like that.
Well, he was taking selfies with the rugby player. Dude, Tom's over in Paris living it up. While Giselle is somewhere still ticked off with the jiu-jitsu guy. But man, I guess my whole point was women in sports, like it's kind of taken off, isn't it? Like I watched the USA women. They were on what, at like 10 o'clock yesterday?
Basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Sabrina Ionescu chick's pretty good.
She's unbelievable.
You know who Asia Wilson is? Asia, whatever.
She's even better.
She's bad to the bone. Hell, even Brittany Griner's still good. Brittany Griner made some statements when the prisoners were released. Did you see that?
I didn't.
You saw the prison swap though, right?
Sure, yeah.
I kind of liked her a little bit for a little while. Now, one person that does not like Jay Cutler is his ex-wife. Do you know who Kristen Cavallari is?
Sounds familiar.
She was on that show, man. Remember they did a show in Jay's, like, it was Jay Cutler and Kristen Cavallari, and they were, like, in his house. And they were, what was the damn show called? Very Cavallari.
Huh.
You don't.
So what does she do?
She doesn't do anything. She's
So
famous.
why is she famous?
She's famous for being famous.
Huh.
She was on a reality show when she was a kid.
Cavallari?
Kristen Cavallari.
Never heard of her.
Yes, you
I
have.
mean, I've heard her name, but I
I've
don't know
talked about
why.
her a few times.
Okay, maybe that's why I know who she is.
Because she's sleeping with everybody.
Huh.
Remember? She likes dating athletes.
Okay.
And she's the one who said, you know, it's okay for guys to sleep with a bunch of people. Why isn't it okay for women? When I came to the conclusion, I was like, dude, they're sleeping with girls. Like, girls, you know, they pretend not to be promiscuous. But they're just as guilty. But my whole point is Jay Cutler is selling the house where they shot that show. I would think that would make his property maybe a little more more valuable. Like, hey, dude, this is where they shot Keeping It Cavallari or Very Cavallari or something. But man, like, he put the house up for market. It's in Nashville for $11 million. And he says that he is going to sell it, take a loss, is selling it for like $7 million just so he can get out of the house where she lived in because he despises her so much.
That's real hate, John.
Bro, how do you go from being married and then 7 years later you literally hate that person?
Yeah, it's tough.
Like, I don't hate my ex-wife.
Right.
I don't hate any of my ex-girlfriends. I feel actually sorry for them because they don't have me anymore. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, because they had me for a period of time at all. That's actually the pain. And then this is the reason I'm talking about marriage. I feel like this Olympian, did you hear about the guy, Peyton, our shot putter, who like got pretty popular? He didn't end up medaling, but they were talking about how he squats like 900 pounds and all this stuff, and super, super strong guy. Well, he did medal, and they thought this year that we were going to.
This was the year.
This was the year that we were going to get the shot put. Well, he didn't get gold, he didn't get silver, he didn't get bronze, but he did get engaged.
Oh, good for him.
She said yes.
At the Olympics?
At the Olympics. He did it right underneath the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just thinking to myself, bro, like, are you trying to, like, you're going to remember this for the rest of your life. Like, it's your engagement. But now your engagement's also tied to you failing at the Olympics. Is it to try to, like, I don't know, man. I feel like he might have just been, like, he didn't win gold, he didn't win silver, he didn't win bronze. I think he kind of freaked out and was like, I got to get something. So he got hitched and bought a diamond ring.
Interesting.
Like, so at least he can come back with something.
John, did you see speaking of engagements, did you see the controversy, the other engagement controversy at the Olympics?
No.
So, I don't remember what sport it was, but it was maybe I don't know. It was some sport. And I think it was the Chinese team. One of the girls, it was like one of those sports where they have like a men's division and a women's division. And but it's like gymnastics or something like that. Well, the girl ended up winning like gold. And so she wins gold or whatever. Well, her boyfriend, I guess, didn't medal at all, but he was there. He was either a part of the team or he was like a support staff, something like that. He was wearing like a team jacket and everything. It was like down on the whatever. So she wins gold. She's coming off. She's showing her medal to everybody. All that, like woo woo woo. And then her boyfriend gets down on a knee and proposes to her. And a lot of people on social media, John, did not like that. They said he was trying to steal her moment and make it his own moment.
I agree.
Yeah. Gotta wait.
Did she say no or did she say
She said yes, I think.
Man, she should have said no on principle, bro. Why are you stealing my light?
Yeah, I've always been told.
Why are you trying to steal my shine, man?
I've always been told never propose on their birthday. And there's a couple other holidays you're not supposed to propose on. Don't propose on holidays, basically the gist I've gotten.
And also remember the day that you propose.
Got to, John. Can't forget that.
Oh, Lord, I'm in trouble. How am I going to figure out? How am I going to ask Chas? I don't remember the day.
See, one, that's the beauty of being young, John, is now everybody's on social media. You're taking pictures of everything, so you got kind of like timestamps where you can go back and figure it out.
Well, then I would have to go look at her Facebook page because I don't post jack.
Oh, that's a great point. I'm sure she has posted on her Facebook page.
Because you know I don't post anything.
Yeah, that's right.
I retweet.
The only time I ever see something from you is when someone tags you in something.
Oh, is that yeah? Because I don't ever. I didn't even have my thing activated until Chaz made me turn it on.
Yeah, and sometimes it will freak me out because it'll be like John Harden just posted something. I'm like, holy cow! And then it's just like you
getting tagged. I don't post nothing, bruh. Yeah. You know why I don't post on Facebook?
Why is that?
Facebook is the most dangerous place that I think you can be.
They're watching you, supposedly.
Well, also, do you know that people can just reach out on your Facebook and message you?
Oh yeah. That's on every social media, though, John. I mean, I know you don't do the social media, but...
Dude, do you know how much trouble you could get in?
Certainly.
You know, ex-girlfriends reach out when they come in town and stuff?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's why I had to get off that sucker.
Had to. That's what, Instagram, people be DMing on Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
You know. Snapchat. You're not familiar with Snapchat, are you, John?
Nope.
Snapchat, you send pictures or messages, they disappear after you get them, though. So you open the picture, then it's gone forever.
Oh, so is that wait? That's where you send a nude, and you know that you won't get.
That's right. Yeah.
You won't get. What do they call it?
Well, you can see if they screenshot it or whatever, leaked it, or sharing your nudies or whatever. You can tell when they screenshot it.
Dude, sharing nudies is a big thing in the 2024 and the 21st century, isn't it?
Yeah.
Has anybody ever sent you some nudies?
No, can't say I've gotten lucky, John. I'm very lonely.
Damn, that's sad. I've actually even had somebody send me some.
Wow. Congratulations, I guess.
Didn't send any back. I'm like, damn. But, man, so if she sent it Snapchat, they would have been gone. She wouldn't have had to trust me to erase it.
That's right, yeah. So it's just gone. So, that's what...
Dude, I think I'm going to get Snapchat.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. That's on me. You know what? That's on me.
This is crazy story. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Do you know who the rapper T.I. is?
Yeah, Tip.
You do know who he is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do you know what his real name is?
I do. If you said
Clifford
it, I would know
Harris.
Okay.
So my man T.I., he's a rapper. He's very famous. His real name, though, is Clifford Harris.
Mm-hmm.
My man is at the Atlanta airport, okay?
Okay.
Gives him his ID.
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, guess what happens?
They're like, we can't let you fly.
No, they're like, bro. The cops came and arrested him because he had a warrant.
Holy cow.
Clifford Harris had a warrant in Baltimore, Maryland. Clifford Harris. Problem is, guess what?
What?
It was the wrong Clifford Harris.
Whoa.
So T.I. missed his flight, got arrested, went to prison. He was not to prison. He went to jail.
Sure.
For 2 hours before they figured out. His lawyer got in touch with the police. I'm like, yo, bro, you got the wrong Clifford Harris. Wow. And how do you not know that this is the rapper T.I.?
Wow.
My thing is there's so many people out there with the same damn names.
That's crazy.
So if somebody had a warrant for John Harden, could I get mistakenly arrested? Or
Maybe.
some other John Harden get mistakenly arrested for me?
What? That'd be crazy if another John Harden got arrested for something you did.
Well, I've never done anything that's worthy of arrest.
Well, you did steal a taxi once.
I mean, I did get arrested for that. But then when we went to court, guess what they said? Not guilty.
Good lawyer.
Thank you, Leslie Ballin. But he got arrested at the airport, mistaken identity. Crazy stuff. And then there's another arrest story that I saw that happened that just kind of freaked me out. Do you know who Morgan Wallen is?
Of course.
All right, Morgan Wallen is a singer, right?
Very popular country music singer.
Country music Morgan Wallen.
That's right.
Well, he was doing a show in Kansas City. And guess who walked out with him?
It was Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and I forgot who else.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones was with him.
Yeah. Chris. Oh, by the way, did you know all three of those guys are in the top 10 of the player fan voting?
Are they really? Wow.
Patrick Mahomes was 4, Chris Jones was 5, and Travis Kelce was 7.
Wow.
That's why, when you got Super Bowl rings, man, now you know why, man.
Mm-hmm.
But back to the Morgan Wallen. So they're at the concert, they're having a good time, and a fan, some dude who's I don't know how to say, he's a Morgan Wallen fan. He likes whiskey. Is that a song?
Yeah, it actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that?
And
I'm
he's
impressed,
talking.
John.
He's talking. No, because I knew it because the guy tweeted it.
Oh.
He's like, I'm ready to hear some whiskey.
Just whiskey. It's not 3 whiskeys.
Oh, it's not 3 whiskeys.
Yeah, it's actually a Moneybagg Yo song, but Morgan Wallen does the hook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so a little Memphis flair in there.
Well, this is the part this is the interesting part. So, a guy who had concert tickets to that Morgan Wallen concert, before he goes to the concert, puts out a tweet that says, "Mr. Wallen, if you bring out bleepity bleep Travis Kelce or bleepity bleep Pat Mahomes, I'll take the bleeping shot." Saying that he's going to assassinate him, Morgan Wallen. So the dude goes to the Morgan Wallen concert, the guy who put out the tweet.
Right.
He basically threatened to kill Morgan Wallen if he brought out Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Why? What's wrong with Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce?
Well, I can't say any of the words that he puts in his tweet because he calls them effing D's and
interesting.
Q's and all kinds of bad words. So he says that, he says he also doesn't like Brittany, can't stand Brittany Mahomes, his wife. And he just goes in, man. He goes in. His name was Gooey Bag on Twitter. So he tweets that he's going to shoot him if they make that mistake. Of course, guess who comes out? Travis Kelce and Pat Mahomes. Guess who got arrested?
That guy.
How did they find out who he really was when his name on Twitter is Gooey Bag? And it's
That is interesting.
His name was Gooey Bag. Gooey Bag goes to the concert, and when he gets to the concert, he gets arrested. He was released a few hours later on a $15,000 bond.
Wow.
For making terroristic threats. So,
yeah, you can't be threatening those two guys when you're in Kansas
Lord,
City.
I am late for
you had a lot of fun stories, John.
Y'all, I'm so sorry. I've got to stop all the fun to take a quick time out and come back with some bets on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, they're proud to be here for their neighbors while giving back to communities across the state throughout the year, every year. This month, they're honored to stand alongside 1,600 dedicated volunteers as they make this year's annual FedEx St. Jude Golf Tournament fundraiser a resounding success. Giving back to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, which helps treat and defeat childhood cancer, is a meaningful effort that is very close to their hearts. This year, their goal is to reach $3 million in donations for kids at St. Jude's, and they couldn't do it without the support of their amazing volunteers. To all the participants, thank you for being a part of this most important endeavor to lift up so many families across the state from right here in Memphis, Tennessee. To read more about Team Blue volunteers, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, Healthy Places, and other ways they're devoted to helping our communities, please visit bcbst.com.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled, and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Five Ash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com. 367-0050 or MemphisRoofer.com.
Summertime's finally here, and that means it's time to party. Lucky for you, Family Leisure is having a summertime to party sale. Now, what's all included in this party sale? Practically everything. 24-foot above ground pools for as little as $19.99. All ladders, filter systems, and even robotic cleaners are 20% off. Come in and look at all of the in-stock patio furniture Family Leisure has. Plus, it's up to 50% off. Play gyms for the kids, that's $1,000 off. Patio umbrellas, take 20% off. You can get a 4-person hot tub for just under $3,000. We know you're really going to just use it for yourself. Family Leisure has discounted pricing on all in-stock pool toys, sandals and floats while the supplies last, so you better get in quick. Plus, Family Leisure has special financing available. Just ask an associate for all the details. Summertime means party time, and Family Leisure is ready for any party. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun all come together. Don't be surprised this week to see other jewelry store owners shopping at Genesis Diamonds. They'll be taking advantage of Genesis' most aggressive offer ever. All GIA diamond engagement rings are down an extra 20% below Genesis everyday price.
That's right, the vault is open, and we're selling the finest handcrafted diamond rings at rock bottom prices. Now for a very limited time.
The GIA is the gold standard of diamond ring, certified accuracy and documented quality, so you can buy with confidence.
Every Genesis engagement ring is included in this event. Now carrying up to 20 karat stones.
Ships, rings, qualifiers, special cuts, pure shapes, and ornaments, prices, business, and value price on a GIA. Purchase engagement ring. Selection against Genesis Diamonds. GIA Diamond Extend.
Save an extra 20% on this pair of precious diamond rings. Now for a limited time. Please exclusively at Genesis Diamonds.
Is your vehicle stopping like it should? Does it squeal or grind when you brake? Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's bet time. What are we going to bet on today? Well, I think we're going to go to the world of baseball. I do like the Mets today because they're playing the Cardinals. Basically, that's the only reason, because they're playing the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I can't bet it, of course, because I'm a Cardinals fan, but I think it's probably a solid bet.
I like it, and I also, again, I like the Dodgers because the Phillies just aren't playing. Yes, they got to win over Seattle. Who cares? Seattle's terrible. I mean, aren't you a Seattle fan too?
I do like Seattle, yeah.
Well, they're okay, but I'm telling you right now, man, Phillies got a big win yesterday, but it took a Herculean effort from Zach Wheeler. I don't think you get the same kind of effort from Aaron Nola. Has he been great this year? He's been better. He's 11-4. He's been really damn good. But the Dodgers and Shohei and them boys about to smoke him tonight. I think the best bet in that is not just taking the Dodgers, but I also can't believe this. Did you see the over and under 7.5?
Is that right?
Why is that so low? Is it because the Phillies are that bad?
I don't know.
Dude, I like the over if you can get it still at 7.5. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. For Bryant Dacus, I'm John Harden. Y'all get out there. Make this world a better place. We'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
There are many real estate companies out